We're back! Back in the bus. It's been a long time, but we are back. We're working. We try to get this thing livable in about a week and a half. So follow along for this adventure. We're gonna get rolling again. But yeah, here we go.
The kids are sleeping in the RV. We have an RV for 8 days, so now we're down to what, 6 days?
Yeah.
Where's the RV? They're sleeping in there. And yesterday we got some of the wiring done. Pulled out some insulation. Ellen helped me feed it through the holes. And then we still need to do this side. Still pretty a mess in here. Stuff everywhere. Pulled out some of this insulation. It looked really nasty. Wasn't sure if it was mold or dust. I think it was just dust because everything's so dusty here. Okay, gonna get back to it. You did it? All right. Alright, keep pulling it.
Daddy, recording you. You know which one to put it through? Yeah. That hole. Good job. Let me see. Let me see. Can I see? Good job.
Okay, it's really hot out here. We're about half a day through on our third day, and we've got done most of the wiring. So we have the electrical boxes in here. And we have the wiring done on both sides. All the way back. And our box is back here. A breaker box. Where all the wires are coming from. This will be our bed. And the bathroom.
I'm not putting that in there.
And this is where the washer and the dryer are gonna go here. And then we have all of our electric going along the side.
Good morning. We got a bunch done yesterday. Got the subfloor in, as you can see. Well, not the subfloor, but we got the insulation board. We used half-inch insulation board on the flooring. We're gonna do spray foam on the walls and ceiling. Amazingly, I found the spray foam at Home Depot, so I got to cancel the order from Amazon. But yeah, it's coming along. Getting a little more done with the wiring. Starting to run the 12-volt wiring. So I'm just going to run my 12-volt circuits off of the original lighting, the wall lighting. So I'm going to take these out, and I'm going to run my wires to my switches to run all of my ceiling lights. It'll just run off of the starting batteries, but I mean, school buses came with 2 gigantic batteries anyway, so I'm not too concerned about running those batteries down. And I'm going to set it up where we can charge the starting batteries off of the house battery bank and off the solar setup when we get that in. I'll also be able to charge it from shore power and a generator, because initially we're just going to have a generator and a shore power plug. Got that in too, yeah, speaking of that, the shore power plug. So it's mounted here, comes through right there. So that plate, that metal plate is it's where the radiator fill comes up, and there's a door right there that you can open with the bus key to lock it. So now I have my shore power plug is going to be hidden. So, and I can run the city water tap today into the PEX underneath the bus. The pump came in, so I can try to figure out where I'm going to mount that. I might have to wait to get the tanks in before I do that, but at least we'll be able to plug in the city water. gotta run my drains for my 2 sinks and my faucet. The drain for the 2 sinks in the shower today. So we got that in. That's what it's gonna stay. We gotta do our subfloor too. We got some real thin wood to do subflooring. So I'm gonna put that in, and then we'll go from there. Heidi's gonna start tidying things up so we can do spray foam. Before we do that though, I have to get some wood to put along here. This trim, and because I'm gonna do like a gap where we got some strip lights that'll shine up, you know, like uplighting. And we got to trim this out, so we got to bring this wood forward all the way to the front and trimming this in some kind of way. And then we got to do these furring strips, and we got to run across like this. So we're going to use that same thin paneling that we're using on the flooring for the ceiling. So we got to put the trim wood in to be able to have something to screw to. Get all of that ready. So you can see the shore power wire, the gray wire, and it comes up. You know, I got to get something to protect this with, some kind of metal, so we don't screw into it. And I didn't run it through conduit because I didn't want conduit in the ceiling. I'm just gonna cover it with some type of metal. So put some kind of flashing over it so we can't screw into it. Also ran the wiring for the mini split, the wiring for the hot water heater, and we've got this really cool hot water heater. It's meant for a boat, and it's a boiler and it runs off electric, so it can run off of shore power or, you know, generator or solar. It's 110 volts. And it also will heat the water off of the engine heat. So if anybody out there has one of these heaters in the back of their bus and they take them out, I always see people take those out. So we decided to leave ours in, so if we're in a cold area, we're gonna have to heat when the bus is running, for one, without having to run the mini split. And at the same time, the coolant lines come all the way back here, so I'll just have to tap into them, put a T, and then run it over into my water heater, and then we'll have hot water. Whenever we arrive where we're going, we'll have hot water. All right, that's Heidi.
Morning.
So time to get back to it, and we'll keep you updated.